good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Life of Logan TV. And you are not here by chance. You're here because you're meant to be here. If this video was recommended to you, either sent to you, or it just popped up in your recommendations feed, you're supposed to be here because you're meant to hear what I have to say. And today, what I have to say is about communication. We all know that communication is such a powerful tool. Communication is how people get to know you, how people get to understand you. If your communication is not effective, then there is no way that people can understand or even know how to handle you. Everyone's not a mind reader. Some people are mind readers, but even with you being a mind reader, quote unquote, that's because you've been with that person for a matter of time, for some years, and you've learned their mannerisms. You've learned what they look like, what their facial expressions look like when they're happy, when they're sad, when they're lying, when they're telling the truth, when they're being sincere, when they're just trying to just use their words as a bridge to get out of something, etc. Now, with communication being effective and with communication being important, it is also important on who you communicate with. Specifically, if you are in a relationship or not even just a romantic relationship. It can be any kind of relationship. Communication when you have a problem with that person, be it a family member, be it a friend, be it an associate, and be it your mate. Communicating with someone who you have the problem with is tantamount to the relationship succeeding, to you all being able to get that understanding and move forward. You must communicate with that person about what they did that hurt you, what they did that made you feel away, etc. The problem is with most of society, we want to communicate with people who have nothing to do with the relationship, one-to-one. We want to communicate with people who have nothing to do with the relationship. I always say this our relationship, and business should be discussed with the people who are conducting it. Because you telling people there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, if you want to, but it's some stuff where you need to discuss with your mate first. Because if you going around and you telling this person and that person about the things that are going on within y'all relationship, and you haven't even talked to that person that you have the issue with, you are leaving yourself susceptible to the opinions of others. And they don't know this person like you do. They only are hearing one side of the story. And as we know, there are many sides of the story. There's your side, there's the other person's side, and there's the truth. There's also, depending on how many cooks you got in the kitchen, everyone else has their side of the story too, their perspective of it. It's called the Rashomon effect, I believe. And we spend so much time communicating with other people about the problems that we have with this other person when we could have just went to them and said, hey, I have a problem with you. I have a problem with you. Or when you did this, were you aware that it would make me feel this way because it did? I have a problem with that. But we spend so much time avoiding the conflict that we think we're avoiding when you just causing more, because you're allowing other people who have no idea about all of the intricacies of y'all relationship, you're allowing them to start speaking into y'all relationship. And that's where it becomes a problem. You're communicating with other people when you should be communicating with this person. But instead of that, you avoid communication with them and you're communicating with everyone but them. And then that's where the seeds of dissent start to get sown in your head. Even if people aren't trying to do it, you're getting too many other people's opinion when you could just get the opinion of the person that you are in the union with. But those are just my thoughts, y'all. I would appreciate if y'all would comment down below. Also, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. This has been Life of Logan TV, and this is the Communicate with Your Mate by Self. Till next time, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.